So there isn't a timer for when the 10 minutes is up.
That's fine.
I just don't want it to stop in the middle of you talking. Here is the sick bag.
Yeah, this is the actual, like, medical center. I always like to... I spent many a time jumping in and out of, like, this circle.
Me too. Stop it, let me go through it.
All
To, like,
right.
make a slam dunk. I'm going too fast. There we go. I don't know if
Yeah.
I think that... I seem to remember Yorick having a dance party in here for a few days straight.
Yeah, this was York's dance party area. The thing with as the Abyss Empire moved away from more of like a hodgepodge of evil characters to really focusing on the Ashen demons themselves, the rooms like this got less and less use because when an Ashen was damaged, they would regenerate, as opposed to
Yeah,
like
this is more like for the mortal.
yeah, like for the mortal or the characters that like heal regularly, they'd get patched up. Although the only like character that had like any kind of like medical experience at all would be Sebakraz, and you definitely don't want her working on you. So
Okay, so we bypassed everything except for the coolest room. Well, arguably one of the cooler rooms. The first room that you wanted to see.
okay,
Saving that one for last. First, Koopa Bridge. Because it's a
Cooper Bridge.
bridge over lava. And Gil and Yorick had an epic fight on hers.
I've actually had several really really good RP fights here. It's just lends itself perfectly to that type of a scenario. Like
And
you just
here, the throne room.
this is indeed Labal's throne room. If there's any room that's been changed the most in Abyss Empire would probably be the throne room because
Very drastic change. We only have screenshots of the old one.
I'll tell you the very 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 first throne room that Labal ever had was basically a floating chair on top of like a stone, and that was literally all it was. It was like the chintziest thing ever, and then as time sort of progressed, things got a little bit more and more elaborate. The
Remember
idea,
when the bases were attacking people?
yeah,
And
okay.
like the little repulsors over here kept knocking Frost back, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, she
She
just
tried to
kept.
sit on it, and then she gets pushed all the way back and falls on
Yeah.
the bum.
The thing is like the thing when I made this throne that I didn't really think about was the fact that like even in Labal's like biggest costume, like this chair is fucking huge, so it's really more to just look at. Like it's not really. I don't think like if I were to sit on a chair and like the armrests came up past my head, I probably just wouldn't. Man, I think I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, I just like went so far away.
There's also there's two more rooms total, right? There's Simi's
Yeah.
office.
This room has gone through a lot of changes throughout Abyss Empire
I think one time it was
history.
Pyralis' office briefly,
Yeah, when Pyralis took the
and she
first
like
step.
sat down and tried to type, and the keyboard just smashed because Pyralis is not suited for that kind of task.
She's a very handsome woman.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And of course, a lot of RP in this room up here. Is this supposed to look like a dead end, I suppose? I guess there's trees and water for some reason. But, what's through these trees? I can't get through the trees. Woo. See, these barrels, I believe, in this shelf as jester parts. But this is the balls room. This emo hall.
This is indeed Labal's emo hole. Now, every iteration of Abyss Empire has had a private room. Like Labal, like all Ashen, don't sleep, so they don't really have bedrooms so much as they just have like areas where just their particular shit is. So this was Labal's. This is probably my favorite one that we ever had. A, because it was really isolated, and B, it had like the right amount of like sort of arcane bric-a-brac in it. Yeah, and it was just like a fun place to RP. And this
The ball
is
has all of his like weird mementos just kind of here.
I always had like the ball to kind of be like a character that would like keep things from the various like stories and arcs and
What is
shit
this
that he's
mirror
done.
for?
This is Labal's method of viewing what the jester puppets use.
Ah,
So
right,
basically, like his minions were essentially mobile cameras and it enabled him to be like the recluse that he wanted to be, and also like see what was going
And
on.
this part's important too over here, right? Isn't that how you pilot the whole base?
Yeah, well, the idea behind Abyss Empire is that it's actually a floating castle, just sort of floating in like its own dimension. Labal can actually move the castle from this stupid thing, which is really just like base about like, the thing about the thing. You know, the funny thing about bases is a lot of times, like I remember, like when you were a kid and you're just like, don't touch the carpet, it's hot lava. Okay, this is and this is my supercomputer, and we can like do anything from here. We can like punch up all the world's information, and it's just like a cardboard box. You really got to use your imagination, and you definitely feel like a tool a lot of the times. But I'm just like, this is what this is. You have to react like it's that.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Definitely anything that'd be worthwhile. Um, if you go back out to, whoops. If you
To
go, if you go back out the way we came,
Oh, we
you
did
missed.
forget the dojo, didn't we?
Well, it's not a dojo anymore.
It's an altar now, right?
It was an altar, yeah. I guess this will be like the last thing that we do.
Yeah, I should like I ran right past it in the beginning when we went to the graveyard. I always forgot that this was here because this is such a late addition.
Yeah, this was probably one of the last things I put into the base. This was supposed to. This used to be a dojo for like training. Then I got rid of that, and then it was going to be used for an RP plot, and just interest faded on everyone's part, and it just never went anywhere. But I never got rid of anything. Actually, you can still see like I made it hastily because there's like parts of like the dojo are still over here, like little sit benches and stuff like that. Sit benches? Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Oh, you want to know something funny? Let's go back to the throne room. I'll show you. I'll show them an Easter egg.
Oh, is it the
Them.
one? Is that my Easter egg?
It is your Easter egg.
That was from the base when. Oh man, that must have been 2009.
Yeah. Now, when Ruby first tried to do base editing, she actually lodged a stone in such a way that it looked like it was like a frisbee type disc.
Oh, you put it over here,
Yeah, I put
but
it.
it's not where I put it.
No, but here's the reason. I couldn't make the castle. I couldn't change the base without putting the disc down, like without moving it. But that's not the disc, the one that you're looking at. I put the disc that you made that you threw against the wall is way up here. This mana seal up here.
It looks like a freaking Amazing Battle of the Giants or a frisbee match or something. It just got. Originally, it was like lodged into the wall over here
On its side.
on its side sticking out. And how that happened was originally, if you went through this way in the base and around this way again, this hallway did not lead to rooms. It led to the original jail or holding chamber.
Oh yeah.
And I was trying to edit something in this area, and I tried to drag the disc someplace else, but it suddenly disappeared, and I didn't know what happened to it until maybe a few days later, when one of us was like, what is this disc doing in the throne room?
Yeah, and I just never moved it, and I thought it was really fun. But then when I redid the room, and I didn't want to delete the piece,
Yeah,
so I just moved it.
too much history.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in this space, like as it is, like all the people that have come and gone. So it's probably why we wanted
There's been a
to.
lot of conversations, like, right here.
Yeah, lots of conversations. This was definitely the throne room was definitely where like all the big RP scenes happened.
Yeah, but people... well, the thing is, I don't think anyone became a general after... or had that kind of RP after the redesign. Most of the time, the throne used to be elevated, like, at the center of different stairways, kind of, looking things
Yeah.
leading up to it. It was like this elevated platform.
Yeah.
And then right below it, like, stairs kind of went down.
Yeah.
And people would, like, get the promotions and shit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Sarge was the one that made that particular iteration of the throne room too, and
It lasted for years.
it did last for a long time. The only reason why I changed it was at the time I just